Welcome to our in-depth analysis of the war in Ukraine. As the conflict enters its third year, the fronts have expanded beyond the battlefield. Recent events are not isolated pieces, but a full picture of an escalating war of attrition being fought on all fronts. Let's focus on the most prominent military developments. Reports from the front lines show a significant tactical shift by the Russian army. On the Pokrovsk front, after weeks of failed large-scale mechanized assaults, Russian forces have been forced to change tactics. The urban environment is a true meat grinder for mechanized vehicles, with ruined buildings providing cover for Ukrainian anti-tank teams. In response, they have reverted to infiltration tactics using small infantry groups of only 2 to 3 soldiers. The Institute for the Study of War notes this drip-feed accumulation of forces could significantly delay Russia's ability to capture the town. Meanwhile, southwest of Pokrovsk, Russian forces continue small-scale attacks after weeks of deep airstrikes intended to degrade Ukrainian capabilities. The greatest threat here is the potential for the town of Huliapol to be cut off from its critical ground line of communication. To the northeast, on the Kupiansk front, the situation appears more favorable for Ukraine, with defenders successfully repelling Russian attacks. Ukrainian command claims full control of Kupiansk, having severed Russian ground logistics routes to the north. This has forced Russia to use risky, unconventional resupply methods, such as airdrops from unmanned aerial vehicles. The war is not confined to the battlefield. An explosion damaging a railway in Poland was called an unprecedented act of sabotage. Simultaneously, large-scale Russian drone attacks on the Danube port of Izmail continue to inflict heavy damage. These attacks are a dangerous escalation, with debris and fire threatening to spill over into the territory of NATO member Romania. Facing mounting pressure, President Zelensky undertook a swift and effective diplomatic tour, securing a landmark deal in France. He signed an agreement to purchase 100 Rafale fighter jets, marking a major upgrade and a deeper strategic alignment with France. Furthermore, an energy agreement with Greece will allow Ukraine to receive natural gas, bolstering its energy security for the coming winter. Ukrainian intelligence reports a disturbing detail about the military cooperation between Russia and North Korea. Moscow plans to produce up to 120.000 devastating glide bombs this year, while its supply of North Korean artillery shells has reportedly halved. More alarming is the deployment of North Korean forces on Ukrainian territory, even if only in a demoning role. Meanwhile, evidence of Russian war crimes continues to mount, with prosecutors investigating the execution of 3 Ukrainian prisoners of war. To understand the nature of the Putin regime, we turn to the words of Vladimir Kara-Murza, a prominent Russian political activist. Kara-Murza described the horrific conditions in a Siberian prison, viewing his 25-year sentence as a badge of honor for his work. He asserts that Putin strategically lost the war from the very first day, as the goal of erasing the Ukrainian state completely failed. He dismisses Putin's high approval ratings, comparing them to the 99% support for Romania's dictator just weeks before his overthrow. Kara-Murza strongly criticizes the West's 25-year policy of appeasement towards Putin, which he believes contributed greatly to the current war. The overall picture reveals a total war, where battles on the ground are just one part of a larger confrontation of will and resources.